Hi, beautiful air signs. How are you? This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage for your March love advice. Spirit says, welcome to anybody who's new. It's really wonderful. I've been meeting a lot of new folks lately. So for the month of March, the energy is really intense. And air signs, I've been talking to you for 2 years about the intensity of the way in which you are connected to the universe. Because you have such a very intense intellect, along with being connected to the mystical realm, you have the ability to understand many things from many perspectives and all at once, Spirit says. So I picked 3 cards from the Oracle decks. 2 came out from the Mystical Shaman Oracle, and this one is from the Journey of Love. So what it's telling me, we're going to jump into the Rider Waite, wow, in just a moment. But the Spirit's talking about the intensity of the sacred knowing. Crow is the first card that came out, and it does represent shamanistic vision, shamanistic movement, the ability for flight. Crows are highly intelligent. They are actually literally able to make and utilize tools. It's just pretty astounding since they have no hands or fingers, if you think about it. So there are some very beautiful shamanistic messages and knowing that will be coming to you throughout the month of March. And if you have not seen the spontaneous message, Spirit's calling it, that just came out about the new moon, please go look. It has everything to do with you. The next card is the Pearl Threaded. So we're talking about your knowing on the mystical realm, to be mystically led into the understanding of how we are threaded together as light beings. And I believe this is going to come into your life, not just into your knowing. I think probably many of you are having some visions. You're having some intuition. I think you're having some astral travel. For real, Spirit says. And there's somebody, maybe more than one somebody, with whom you are literally threaded from the mystical realm. And you're going to have some intuition and some understanding. You're going to grow into what it is to be in this world in this way. What my spirit guides call your purpose, your energy. And it is about the dual mind, in a sense, of your nature. The amount of brilliance, the amount of mystical vision that you came through with to understand the experience that we have here, and the messages that come to you literally out of the void. And we're in a moment, I'm believing it, where that we're experiencing some portion of the DNA activation that's been prophesied for so long. So here's the first card that came out. There has been some confusion, perhaps some difficulty making a choice. And Spirit is again talking about your sacred mind. There's just so much that's going on within you. And you stand before all of it. Spirit says we're coming into a time when this experience is going to move off. But in a sense, that's the mind of an air sign. You are looking forward. You're always trying to figure out, what are all these things? Why do I know all these things? What am I supposed to do with all this stuff? I feel this much love. It comes to me from the void. I don't know what to choose. And air sign people, they have to bring some balance. They have to let their creativity flow. So Spirit's saying, don't knock yourself in these days, because look, clarity's coming forward. Really beautiful clarity. Clarity and insistence into your brilliance. Look, there's the male and female, Spirit saying. I love it. So you're moving forward. The energy that's coming to you about love, about the confusion, because you feel sacred love. Look, okay. I'm just going to show you what's going on with the deck. See that? So it is about this notion, the King of Pentacles, having this much abundance within you as a sacred being and understanding how you are threaded. You're going to come into the knowledge about your being here on the earth in this year that's coming forward, definitely this month, because you're going straight into the temple. That's what's happening. That's why the void is there. This card has to do with being a workman. Spirit's saying 3 words at once. So workmanship, the way somebody commits themselves to build the temple, and there comes a moment when they come into mastery of some deep understanding, and it does change the world. And then what happens is the mystical realm comes to you, asking for your assistance, asking what you know. This is literally about a young crafts person, perhaps an initiate. Okay, Spirit's talking about apprentice. That's the word they're trying to say. So here's this young apprentice. What he's doing actually is he's literally building the temple, and then the wisdom holders come to him, and he's shining a light on their plans, and they are asking him, what is it that you've learned? What is it that you know about what we're trying to build? And what is it that you need from us? So there's an intense amount of energy going on. And look, here's the next card. Judgment. Being literally called. Thank you, Spirit. That's perfect. To awaken from the universe. And it does have everything to do with the way in which these challenges, these many choices, the wide vision that you have can come into clarity now. And when it comes to clarity, through the turning of the feminine energy, Spirit's talking about this as male energy, and a moment of deep inspiration that causes you to move forward and get clarity and judgment so that you can build this world that you're intent on building. You've been an apprentice, and the universe is now answering you and saying, okay, we're here. We see what you've been doing. And by the way, it's marvelous, my spirit guides are saying. So what is it that we need to know to help you create? So we're talking about, it's interesting. It's almost as if this is a soul cycle reading. But because we're talking about love guidance for this month of March, these are the things that my spirit guides want you to know. There's something going on inside of you, and you are going to help move the love energy that's here. You are bringing clarity to yourself. Woo! Blowing right off the table. Hang on a second. Bringing clarity to yourself about the things that perhaps you have had some anxiety. While you've been going through this period of judgment, what do I want to do with this love that's coming in? Maybe you have a lot of choices. Maybe there are a lot of people that are bringing you love offers. And yeah, it's making you feel like the king, isn't it? But you got to have some judgment. I think, the mind and the heart of a Gemini is just so wide. And so when you go through this process, there's a lot of clarity that's coming forward. Look at that. Clarity about love. Clarity about passion. A moment of inspiration because you've been willing to do the work. And because the Crow Shaman is here, you are being called forward. You are being awakened, and you are coming out of the anxiety that you've been feeling. And you become clear about your love and your passion. So if you've had any challenges, and look at this line, woo-wee, all right? And always look at the diagonal. There's a 7 of Cups. We got the World card. And then we've got this inspiration, a prophecy. New love, new passion, new ability to love in a way that is clear and inspired because you have brought yourself through your exploration, through your lack of clarity, you bring yourself into the sacred realm. You are being led by the Crow Shaman medicine to understand what all these connections are about, to help you be able to come to clarity so that you can make a choice if that's what you need to do. Spirit's telling me that there's some people out there that are having this challenge when it comes to understanding themselves. So I think in the realm of love, this month is a month when you come into clarity. So don't judge yourself negatively. Don't go into anxiety. There's something you're going to discover about yourself, I think. And it is going to bring to you, Spirit says you might be feeling a little guilty about something that has come forward. Love yourself. Love the people you come in contact with. If it's the situation where you do need to make a choice and it's bringing you some anxiety, take it straight to the mystical realm. Do a ceremony. Allow yourself to have the time you need. Because, this is a cycle that comes forward over the next year. And you are building a temple in conjunction with the mystical realm. Very clearly, you are on a shamanically led journey, and the body of it, Spirit says, starts in these moments. And because it's crow medicine, you're going to be able to make the tools that you need. You're going to be able to have the wisdom and the judgment that moves you past being stuck. And, you know, in a way, it's interesting because I love that the crow is there. We see the judgment card and then the 9 of Swords. And in the background, it's all that dark matter, Spirit's saying, dark energy. And we're not talking about negative. We are talking about the void. So release your fears into this place. Let yourself come through this cycle so that you can gain the clarity and then the inspiration that you need. Because you will move in the month of March from this place into this new cycle, which does bring the clarity about passion, about love, about how you want to utilize your love, who you want to offer to, and what you want to do. And if you look from this corner, when this process, and you bring yourself into the void, Spirit's talking about aligning with the universe, ask for clarity. It's okay to be unclear sometimes because it's the signification of a process. So there may be a soulmate, a heart chakra awakened partner that has shown up, that has thrown you into chaos. Spirit's saying, you will come through. You will get the clarity you need. You will know what to do. Because when the clarity comes, it sets up this new cycle, and the judgment and the wisdom that you need is coming to you in a very shamanic way. This is really beautiful. So I think for some of you have met a soulmate, like a literal soulmate. Somebody has come through that may have caused you to fall into a little bit of internal chaos, and you are doing your best to work it out. So Spirit says, love yourself. You understand. Over time, give yourself the month of March. We're all moving into this new cycle, and when we meet these people with whom we are literally threaded, it causes a moment that pulls us into this shamanic awakening, into the void, and we have to start thinking about that. And it is a shakeup, absolutely. But the clarity is going to come. Don't worry about it. It's literally coming, and it's just going to be a process. So, you know, as you go through the process and you understand what this is about, you do rise to the position of the King of Pentacles. You will have what you need. And it is about clarity and vision and bringing forward judgment out of this moment that happens, I think, because the King of Pentacles looks into the judgment card. And it is about being awakened by the universe and raising yourself up to the call of the crow shaman medicine to bring you past this moment, Spirit keeps saying, of dark matter. So there's a great evolution coming forward for you in your heart chakra. Someone is coming to awaken you. You're going to see how the pearl, meaning ourselves as individuals, and we arrive here in this place, and we are threaded together. And more this year, as my spirit guides have been saying, we are going to come in contact with those people that are meant to cause us to have an awakening. So, air sign, this is really beautiful. This is deep. This is you know, I've been doing these readings for 2 years. This is, Spirit's talking about the summer of 2017. Those readings were somewhat like this. But this is another phase of awakening that's coming forward for you in terms of your heart chakra. And you're going to go through this process of understanding how you are connected with at least one other person and what that brings forward. It is a moment of destiny. Here, what is the message from the runes, please, for beautiful air signs? This is the day before the new moon. A lot of intense energy going on for all of us. Spirit apparently wanted this reading to come out in this moment. I always trust it. All right, there. Oh, look. Look at that. That is the symbol for the spiritual warrior. All right, Spirit wants it right here. I'm going to read to you from the book. That's perfect. Thank you, Spirit, very much. The spiritual warrior's greatest battle is always with the self. And so that's why the cards are looking this way. That's why this is here. Something's happening to awaken you through a partner. So this is about the warrior, the sky god. This is the rune of the spiritual warrior. And always, as I said, the battle is with the self. It is about funding a will through action. Yet, in a way, look at unattached outcomes. Kind of interesting, isn't it? So remain mindful that all you can really do is stay out of your own way and let the will of heaven flow through you in this manner. These are among the hallmarks of the spiritual warrior. Embodied in this rune is the energy of discrimination, the sword-like quality that enables you to cut away the old. Love it. Thank you, Spirit. The dead and the extraneous. And yet, with the warrior rune comes certain knowledge that the universe always has the first move. Patience is the virtue of this rune, and it recalls the words of St. Augustine that the reward of patience is patience itself. Here you are asked to look within, to delve down to the foundations of life itself. Only in so doing can you hope to meet the deepest needs of your nature and tap into your most profound resources. The molding of character is at issue when you draw this rune. Associated with this rune are the sun, the masculine energy, the active principle. The urge for conquest is powerful here, especially self-conquest, which is a lifelong pursuit and calls for awareness and single-mindedness, and the willingness to undergo your passage with compassion and in total trust. When this rune comes in response to a relationship, it indicates that the relationship is both timely and providential. This bond is a real one. Ooh, I'm getting choked up, you guys. There is work for the two of you to do together. If the issue concerns a devotion to a cause, an idea, or a path of conduct, Spirit's telling me point to this. The warrior rune counsels perseverance, although at times the kind of perseverance that's called for is patience. This is a rune of courage and dedication. In ancient times, this was the glyph that warriors painted on their shield before battle. And now the same symbol strengthens your resolve to align yourself with yourself. And look, I just noticed, let me just move this right there. Look what's on the bottom of the deck. Of course. Oh, and look what's underneath that. All right, you know what? I'm just going to pull them. Let's just put them right down here because you're going through a massive transformation. It has to do with your love, the way you offer love, the way you come to temperance and judgment in all these ways through the month of March. And it's going to affect your ability to love that person to whom you are connected. And Spirit's telling me it might be a group. There's something about this. So leave me some messages. Do me a favor, click the like button for me. I'm interested in hearing about this experience because, Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, you folks together make up such an important part of our world, the energy that you bring, the way you move energy through the sky. And it's all over this reading. Look at all the movement with sky energy, air sign energy. So I think and I hope that part of what this is telling you is that the days of anxiety and feeling in the dark are going to be moving past. The clouds are clearing, but you have to go into the mystical realm. Go all the way into the void. Go all the way into your fears. Be right there with them. Don't let them lead you around. It's time for you to take judgment, be in control of this so you can come through it into this place of clarity, new love, new passion coming forward really strongly. So to those of you who have met your heart chakra awakening partner, I'm very happy for you. And it does cause some chaos, doesn't it? So persevere, be patient, understand that it's all going to be okay. And you are a sacred warrior. So thank you.